Welcome to the Midwest Manufacturing UltraDeck Rustic and Natural Railing Installation Guide. UltraDeck composite decking is a great way to add value and beauty to your home with the advantage of being low maintenance. Depending on how you install your UltraDeck railing system, you can have a unique look all your own. This video will focus on Method 1, using spacer blocks between the spindles. This method requires no pre-drilling of the metal insert. Some tools needed are a drill, a tape measure, a miter saw, a hacksaw, a 1/8 inch drill bit, a countersink bit, 1 1/4 inch quality deck screws, number 10 3-inch composite deck screws, a drive bit for fasteners, 2x4 blocking for temporary support, and safety glasses. Before installing your UltraDeck railing system, you will need to make sure that your 4x4 posts are installed on the substructure of the deck. Cut reinforcement blocking that is the same size as the dimensional lumber used for your joists. Attach the blocking to the joist by using 3 3-inch deck screws. Secure your 4x4 post to the rim joist and blocking with 2-inch lag screws with a minimum spacing of 5 1/4 inches apart. If you are going to install UltraDeck cladding, countersink the lag screws into the joist. To begin your installation, start out by sliding the ring base onto the post sleeve. Next, slide the sleeve over each post on the deck. Measure the distance between the post sleeves for each rail section and cut the handrails and metal insert to length. If your railing span is over 3 feet, a support block will be needed in the center under the bottom rail. Check with your local building codes and cut the support block to length to meet the code. After trimming the handrail to length, you can now prepare the spindles for the railing. Generally, spacing between spindles is 4 inches on center, but your local building codes may require them to be closer. Cut your spindle spacer blocks to the correct length. You will need a spacer between each spindle on the top and bottom railing. Next, you will need to pre-drill 2 spindles for attaching the rail sections to the post. Using a 1/8 inch drill bit, pre-drill holes 3 1/2 inches from the top and bottom and in the center of 2 spindles. These holes should be drilled at approximately 60 degrees to allow enough room for a 3-inch composite deck screw through the spindle into the post sleeve and post. These spindles are called post spindles. Once your spindles are prepared, you can begin the handrail assembly. Start out by sliding the metal insert into the top rail. Next, slide the spindles and spacer blocks into the profile of the metal handrail insert from the end. Keep in mind that the last spindle on the rail sections will be the post spindle. With a countersink bit, pre-drill a hole and drive a 1 1/4 inch quality deck screw through the side of the handrail into the spindle spacer blocks and spindles to secure them in place. Next, slide the spindles and spacers into the bottom rail and fasten the same as the top rail. You will not need a metal insert for the bottom rail. To attach the support block, simply drive a screw through the bottom rail directly into the support block. The spindles and spacer blocks will conceal the screw. The next step is to attach the completed rail sections to the posts. Cut your 2x4s to match the height to support the railing while attaching the rail section. Center the railing on the post and secure it with 6 number 10 3-inch composite deck screws through the pre-drilled holes on the post spindles. After the installation of the rail sections is complete, you can install the post caps onto the post sleeve. Align the post caps with the top of the post sleeve and slide it into position. For additional holding strength, you can use a silicone adhesive caulk to secure it into place. When installing stair railing sections, angles will need to be cut on all components to match the slope of the stair. When all components are cut, installation is the same as the straight sections. Installing UltraDeck brand deck boards and railing is a great way to improve the look of any house. With almost limitless design possibilities, you can count on UltraDeck to perform for years to come. Thank you for choosing UltraDeck low-maintenance composite decking and railing components.